Hi, lovers. All right, so I'm prepping for the mixer I'm putting on tonight, and we're going to do a little update on what's happening in my dating life while I'm getting ready. If you like this show and want me to continue, please subscribe and like this video. That would be great. I still haven't decided if I'm going to keep doing this show after 100 episodes. I did commit to 100. We're at 65, I think, now. Time to retire. But yeah, so a lot depends on you and if you decide to share it and if it has value for you. Okay, and the show, I am, in some level, I am enjoying it. I wouldn't say enjoying is necessarily the right word because it's hard. I feel like I am cutting open my chest and letting you all just put your dirty little fingers right on my heart. And it's one thing to do that and your best friends who always love everything you do. I tend to choose best friends who validate me because I just don't need people to be hard on me more than I'm hard on myself, more than I solicit feedback. And my closest friends are just so self-affirming. So that's one thing when someone is gently putting their balm of Gilead on your open wound. But then occasionally I get nasty comments. But what I realized is actually harder is when people in your family start watching this stuff. And I'm almost afraid to talk about this stuff with my family members because it's just so personal and kind of weird. And the other thing too is I just have this recurring question popping up about why the heck am I sharing this with all of you? Like, it is really personal, and I just feel like maybe there's something wrong with me that I even do want to share it with you. But when I express that to people in my life, I think their feedback is that it's brave and it's helpful. And if I can be of help to people who are struggling with finding love, then I want to be. I want to be helpful. I want people to know that they're not the only ones who are having trouble. And you can be working really hard and still be having trouble. Yeah, and I want to shatter some stereotypes people have as well. So, okay. So, I guess what are we talking about? So, I have a couple. Yeah, so that's hard. I don't know. My mom watched the show. That was interesting. She's probably watching this one. That felt like after I talked to her, I felt like asking her not to watch the show anymore, but I'm usually kind of private about my dating life, so this is except with my closest friends, so this is kind of the complete opposite of that. And yeah, I guess I'm really judgmental of myself for sharing this stuff publicly, but that's what's happening, at least for the next 100 episodes. So a couple things are that, yeah, and so it does feel fulfilling to be leaning in to this area. I mean, I really do enjoy my show about education, but it has a certain dryness to me because I'm dealing with other people's problems and there's a certain intimacy and I guess truth about dealing with something that's this close to my heart. And then also, I guess the other thing is that it's allowed me to meet some really interesting people, like the matchmakers who aren't in my circle at all. And I really enjoyed connecting with them as well, but a lot of hard stuff. I didn't realize that people had such negative views of women in their 40s. Just really a lot of resentment and anger and kind of discouragement that it's even possible to find love at this age because there just aren't enough people out there. I got in this really uncomfortable conversation on Reddit where some guy was basically saying that it's just there's just not enough supply of people who want to date women in their 40s. Okay, so but that would assume that every man who's married to a woman in her 40s, even if he met her in his 20s. wouldn't want to be married to her. Okay, so the thing that I'm really enjoying the most right now is making friends with more men, and I think it's good for me to kind of try to get to know men better. Like, how can I know that I really want a life male partner when I haven't really spent that much time around men? So, I told you I'm hosting this mixer tonight. A lot of guys are coming and some women too. And I made a really cool new friend who has a company here in Croatia, and I'm really feeling happy about that. It's so cool. And I think I'm just gonna do a little check-in with some of these men that I've been texting with. Okay, so the first thing is that I think that when I am able to regulate my nervous system better, a lot of this anxiety around texting and communication is going to come. It's just not gonna feel so hard. It's just gonna feel normal to text someone. So I'm just gonna I have about 5 guys now that I met either through putting up that nice photo or the intentional swiping I've been doing on Hinge and Bumble with the 550 rule. If you wanna check out that episode, it's about swiping. Hey, how was your day? I saw the most beautiful rainbow today. It's been rainy but nice. I'm gonna send a picture of the rainbow. Feels a little weird. I wonder if this person is watching the show. Some people commented on my show, some of the people that I blocked, that it was kind of, I might be bad if someone I'm dating watches the show. Maybe that guy I dated watched the show. Trying to feel like, what would I feel like if someone was putting on a show like this and I was dating them and they talked about me? Probably not great. And then it's maybe being shown to people in this area. I don't know, but the show must go on, as they say. Okay, so I'm gonna send this beautiful rainbow photo out to a few more people. I think that's a nice thing to just send someone rainbow pics. Let's see. Okay. Another rainbow pic. We'll send this one my weird video. All right. I think that all the other people I've pretty much checked in with, so I'm going to put some nourishment into these matches for now. Let's see. Okay, what else is there to talk to you about today? Okay, so I'm having this mixer. We're also having the Valentine's Day party. I hope some of you can come. And I'm really kind of rethinking partnership. I mean, there's a couple things that I want to do. I want to do neurofeedback to help regulate my emotional system and see if that makes both the idea of dating a little bit less scary, so I don't feel this ugh when I'm about to start dating again, that it just feels a little more natural and easy, and kind of also engaging with people that I find attractive feels easier. Sometimes if I have a little bit of a moment with someone in a store or something, I kind of look away. So just kind of give myself that peace of mind. And the other thing I want to do is just continue to make more friends and connect with the kind of men I think I'd like to have in my life as friends or as romantic partners. And what else? And, and also continuing just to put this effort into my appearance. I really need to kind of get my finances in order. Yeah, so the fear. And then I'm hoping I have some more. I'm a bit tired of interviewing matchmakers, so I think I'm gonna have some people on the show that are focusing on manifesting. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this is psychological because if I can just bring that energy I want into my life. Oh, yeah. And so the other thing I'm thinking is, everyone says, okay, everybody shouldn't be alone. So that's true. So I had a really hard time the last few days because I was just alone in this storm, and the wind in Croatia is so crazy. There's this wind called Hugo, which is the warm wind. Apparently, it just drives everybody mad. So I don't know how to turn that thing off. So I was actually kind of feeling that yesterday. You probably saw my crazy episode where I was just dancing and singing, which I do like to do. And oh my gosh. So that was interesting. And then I just was inside all day long. And so I don't know. I feel like it's kind of so today I met up with my new friend and we went to this hotel. To be quite honest, I didn't really get any work done because we ended up chatting, but it was just nice to be around other humans, and I think that that's definitely a piece I've been missing. I've been working from home too much, and so I think that if I do just take the time to kind of go outside and just work not in the home, that's going to really make everything better. And I've been feeling just completely overwhelmed at the end of the day. And I think I know why. It's because since I started this show, I decided that I was going to post clips on YouTube and I was going to post clips on TikTok and then I was going to post clips on Instagram. And it's virtually impossible for me to open Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn without going nuts. I get so distracted by everything that I see. And what happens is that this information just completely starts to overwhelm me. So I'm just kind of reading, watching, and it's like this feeling of this almost, the way I describe it is almost kind of like I see the sky, and the sky is full of this web, and it has all of these electric currents, and all the different electric currents are a different color, and it's a flood, like water, but it's all these different colors, and all the different colors and the bubbles are just coming towards my brain, coming towards my brain, coming towards my brain, flooding me until I feel like I'm absolutely about to explode. And by the end of the day, I just feel so exhausted and overwhelmed and like I haven't accomplished anything and I'm so tired. Today, because I was hanging out with someone in person and also I wasn't posting clips. Oh, and the other thing is that just throughout the day, I have this desire for attention. So I keep refreshing to see how many views I have. It's like an addiction, like smoking or something. And it's like I'm so hungry for it. Like, how many views? How many views? How many views? Oh, more views, more views. And it doesn't even really mean anything. It means something. And then I also find the same thing with ChatGPT. It just gets so distracting. I keep wanting to get this feedback until the feedback just completely overwhelms me. And then the dating apps, and then all of that feels like it's going to explode. So that's where I am right now. I had kind of developed a more healthy relationship to social media. I had a tool I used that only let me go on 10 minutes a day, but then sometimes it got messed up. It was blocking LinkedIn. Oh, and then occasionally I'm on LinkedIn or Reddit and I get totally triggered, like the post that triggered me yesterday about Stanford and disabilities, and I had to check, and I had to, even though I had the notifications turned off for that post, I had to keep looking at it. And then at first I was respectful, and then I started being a little bit disrespectful. So it really gets in the way. I get so impulsive. And so I think it's just better. I'm going to use this tool called Opus that lets you post on the internet and you don't have to go to social media at all. The internet, it's so old school. So basically, when I go on Opus, I can just upload this whole video and it will choose the best parts. And then that's how people see us on social media and benefit from it. But yeah, I still feel kind of weird about exposing myself this way. Part of me that feels weird is just, letting all these people and their dirty fingers poke around my raw flesh, raw bleeding flesh. And then the second of all, why, what is my motivation that I want people to do that? I really just want to, what I want to do with this is to explore what happens when you lean into an area that's really important to you instead of saying, hey, you shouldn't want this so much. I mean, what happens if you really go all the way? What do you learn? I think one of the things I'm learning is that finding a husband really isn't the be all and end all, but there is a little bit of something that's broken in that I'm just discovering my degree of fear and I want to live in my full self. I might actually get hypnosis. I said I was going to do that after I did Mina's episode, but then it was kind of expensive and I just don't have a lot of money right now. I was kind of hoping someone would give me hypnosis on the show for free. Oh, and the other thing is Territorio Amor. That is the woman I interviewed. Her name is Tatiana Persico. She might match me with someone, so I'll let you know how that goes. Jackie Harmon also found someone for me, but I didn't really feel like he was the best fit. She was really nice about it, though. I feel strange when I ask someone to match and then it's not the best, but I like this getting to know men better approach. Okay. I love this lipstick so much, but it gets all over the place. Like my whole chin turns red. I definitely want to wear my green earrings tonight. My hair is not really doing what I want it to do, but it's good enough. I don't know exactly how I can describe what I want it to do, but it's just kind of, I don't know, at the top it's not really behaving the way I want it to. See if we can fix that. I probably should watch some tutorials on YouTube about how to do hair. I don't want to burn myself. It's kind of nice. And then I have to be patient. Okay. Do you guys have any tips on makeup I should buy? I'm really happy that my hair still gets so sleek. I haven't done this kind of flat ironing of my hair in quite some time. Okay, lovers, what else do we need here to make myself ready for this purdy? Make this a bit more smooth. Okay, I think I am going to try to put a little bit of, I don't know, something. I kind of need to get some sort of eyeliner. This doesn't really work very well. It's supposed to be for your eyebrows, but it's not too bad. I think that's a nice touch. Okay, and then what else? Make this a little longer, frame my face. Mustache? Okay, well, I hope you're having a fun day. Why don't you let me know what you're doing? I'm gonna put in my green earrings because I really like those. I got them at the pharmacy. And they make me feel pretty good. Oh yeah, what did I say? Okay, so the other thing is that I remembered, just because you don't have a husband, you don't have to live alone. So I really enjoyed having a community I lived with when I lived at the Zen Center. And I'm thinking I might consider something like that in the future as well. And I'm liking this direction of focusing on people in Croatia. But yeah, I'm feeling optimistic if I can kind of work on regulating my nervous system a little bit better and getting to know more men as people, not as some kind of ideal of what men are. That will be a good thing for me, for sure. And what else? What else? What else? Yeah, I think that's all I got for you today. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk soon. Ciao.